She is the queen of the ballroom and she is here with her ruling. It's Karen Hardy. It's our lady, Karen Hardy. Oh, look at you, the lady in red.
Little Miss Riding Hood.
Oh,
Red Riding Hood.
and, oh, yes, a little cape. I love it. Watch out for that big bad wolf. So first things first, the highly anticipated quick step-a-thon on Saturday night. Helen and Aliash, top of the class, according to the judges. What did you make of it all?
I thought it was brilliant to see all the couples on the floor. It really gives the judges a chance to compare, and it's beautiful. This moment here, though, really important, you see, as you walk on the floor, really important to present yourself from start to finish. But what's important for me, it was Jay that stood out for me in this competition. He was fabulous. He was a man taking the lead with a whole group of other couples. It would have been the hardest for the men on there, and I know that was talked about. But it is the bombarding, the change of direction, Aliona having to trust him, but he stood out for me. That said, Helen and Aliash, gorgeous, beautiful, shone like a star.
Well done to everybody. We're now down to 6 couples. Peter and Jeanette. I mean, where's the time gone? Peter and Jeanette, was it their time to go? Did you feel it was the right thing?
I think it was the right time. I mean, we've had this amazing show for so many years now that the public at home, they know what they're looking for. Attention to detail now, body contacts or footwork, you know, they know the detail that's important. And I think they positioned him down in the bottom too. And I think when that duel at the end, it's the strongest and most powerful person that's left that the judges want to keep. And I think it was time. I was happy. Okay. It was right. Gorgeous man and very graceful, lovely guy.
I know, and he's been so gracious. OK, on to the dancers. Second time in the dance hall for Kelly and Kev. Poor things. But their salsa was brilliant. It delivered 34 from the judges. Really not bad at all. Were you impressed with this?
I loved this. I loved the feeling. I loved the ooze through the body. I loved everything about it, except one thing. The key is going to be down to a bit of choreography. This difficult move that they talked about, for me, I would have put that right at the very beginning. Get it out the way so that they could get on and really get into this dance. It just looked, do you know what it looked to me? This woman is, this duo, they're amazing. Yeah. But for me, I felt she was thinking about something was coming up, and even the head spin into that drop needed to be a lot faster and a lot more wow factor, and I think it looked a bit nervous. Great choreography, anything challenging, put it at the beginning so the celebrities can relax into the dance and do a big finale. OK, I like that tip.
Jay and Aliona and their tango to Prince, a classic. It was a smash with the judges, 2 9s, 2 10s. However, Len did say he'd missed a couple of heel leads. Did you notice that?
Here we go, nitpicking, a couple of heel leads. And I had to look hard for these, but look here, I've slowed it down. We've got a flat foot here and then a toe lead there. And what we would really be after throughout the dance, you know, Len's going to be picking up on heel leads, toes. Why we talk about the footwork is it changes how we move across the floor. So if you move with a heel lead, your weight's got to be much more down in the floor, the knees will be more bent. His weight was quite high, so it would have created a toe lead. Once we get a toe lead, it's a softer, more gliding effect often. Now, this is not the dance you want to glide in. That said, because of his personality now, understanding the dance, the performance, the choreography, fantastic. But attention to detail from here.
From now on, they're looking so closely. Helen and Aliash and their Viennese waltz, #1 with the judges, top of the pile with a quick step-a-thon. How did she just get it so right, this girl?
Very simple. It's beautiful, elegant and simple. They're not destroying the dance with any bells and whistles. It's just pure elegance. The only thing I would have picked up on, a little bit of her top line. You can see the shoulders slightly. You know, if we're talking about a heel or a toe with Jay, we want to be fair across the board here and say a little bit of a shoulder rising there. But that said, how they glided across the floor, their partnering, their body contact, their head position, and most importantly, the relationship between these two. Yeah. I mean, it pulled us all into the performance. It was exquisite.
Exquisite.
However,
I like that
one
word.
little thing just to add.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Let's just get this right. Would that be powerful enough for the final? What we've got to start thinking about now, we need a few little gambles. I want to see numbers that are shocking, powerful, and that says, I am the champion, the winner for Strictly Come Dancing. Would that have been it?
Here we go. She's making rousing speeches. We're all getting overexcited. Katie and Anton in their Argentine tango praised for footwork and lines. The judges want to see a bit more exaggeration from Katie. What can you add here, Karen?
Well, I've got to pick up a step that I loved first of all, and this was exaggeration. It was beautiful. This flicking across the dance floor, the moving across the dance floor, and the dynamic energy that it had. That said, again, there were little complications with the choreography again, and I keep saying it, it's little details now. Again, as we get nearer to that final, we can basically smell the final. It's there.
I can smell it.
It's
I wonder what
there.
I can smell. Yeah, okay.
It's there.
Yeah.
You know, we've got to be thinking, when we're in a final, let's say a proper competition, 1 to 6, the difference between 1 to 6 in one of our professional finals, there's not a lot of difference, but only one person takes the trophy home. And it could be the difference of a heel or a toe, body contact, or remembering the choreography, and that's essential from here on in.
It's going to be a fight. OK, Anita and Gleb and their rumba, which divided the judges. Len didn't like the lift, and he wasn't sure about some bits. The other judges seemed to really love it. What did you think?
From the outset, no lifts.
Naughty.
Absolutely no lifts. It turns into a circus act for me. Let's teach these celebrities how to dance. We can get so much more out of them. It's cheap doing a lift for me. It cheapens the performance. That said, holding this point right here that we're going to hold on the screen, what we need to do in this dance that was very important for me, the elegance, the beauty of it was sensational. But something that I was interested about, Bruno mentioned about she had got rid of her angles. Now, the one thing we don't ever want to do with a woman is to lose the angles. And what I've caught here, 2 flat feet, straight body. It's very macho, that sort of look. We would want her either up on toes, crossing the ankles, or something like that that makes it much more elegant. So as we carry this movement on now, you'll see the beauty of it. And she crosses her ankles here, so it's much more feminine. So what happened in this dance for me, and I think this was what was annoying Len, it was very flat-footed, so the movement wasn't so elegant. It needed angles. So let's just have a little play with angles.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Angles, and they're all going to have a go. Let's see where cameraman goes this week. So we're going to take a little step to the side.
Keep it together, boys.
Okay, so we've got ankles there that we're going to bring those ankles together. We're going to let the knees come together as well. Okay, we're going to let her hips come out there. We're going to use a little bit of a shoulder, an extension of the elbow, using the wrist, the fingers, turning a shoulder, a chin.
That's how you do a rumba.
Angles, angles.
All
about
always angles. Georgia and Giovanni and their Paso Doble, full of energy, full of drama. This was brilliant, wasn't it?
It was fantastic, and I have to say from the outset, undermarked for me. To have this amount of power, we've got twists here. It's then going to go into some gorgeous chassé capes. A little wobble there. Each of them today, we're talking about the little details, which is really, really important. Like I say, the difference between them all is so tight. So she had a wobble, but the power, which we talked about before, the use of the standing leg, how she drives across the floor, great balance of choreography, perfect for this lady.
Who, in your mind, is in the final? Give me some names, Karen, very quickly.
Do you know what? I'm going to say it's all too even.
Oh, no! Who do you want to win?
Who do you
want to win? Who do you want to win, Karen? I'm pushing you for an answer.
Who do I want to win?
This is your last time on the show.
I think, actually, I can hear them upstairs saying, time's out. Yep, time's finished. Yep, there's a cue card.
Until next year, and we've loved having you on the show. Karen Hardy! Wonderful travels. We're going to miss you. Over the last 10 weeks,